Good day, this is aj.farzad with aj.farzad.com, where you can see a link to my Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube videos for training. Good day, this is aj.farzad, and today I wanted to discuss why we make law of attraction so difficult to use. So, you have heard Abraham Hicks explain the fact that law of attraction is a universal law, just like gravity. And just like we don't go to school to learn to use gravity, there is really no training for using the law of attraction. You just do it and you learn, and you do it and you learn, and you make adjustments, and you either succeed or you don't. You make adjustments and you go on. However, the main reason why people, including myself sometimes, have problem using the law of attraction like we use gravity is the fact that we haven't been using it that long. So we're relative infants. So personally, I've been messing around with it for almost a decade, but even then, that would make me just a 10-year-old. So most people, when working with gravity, will get a quick understanding that the easiest way to get from point A to point B is to walk on a solid surface. And yet, we could do that the hard way. We could throw ropes, we could have monkey bars, we could swing, we could climb. All of those are a little bit more difficult than just walking from place to place, but it would get us there. The same is true with the law of attraction. A lot of people are going about doing things the hard way because we don't seem to understand what that easy way is, even though the teachers have been telling us for many years what that easy way is. So, analogy of walking from point A to point B, when converted to a law of attraction principle, is be happy now, no matter what's going on. So just like when you're walking and an obstacle comes in your way, you don't suddenly stop walking. You go around the obstacles. You don't change the easy way, right? You don't suddenly go, okay, well, just because there is a car in my way, I think I'm now going to swing, right? I'm going to climb these buildings, and I'm going to try to climb, and I'm going to swing across, right? It seems ludicrous. And yet, we do that when we try to deal with the law of attraction, right? When things don't go our way, we get pissed off, which is analogous to now you're off the ground. You're no longer walking the easier way, right? We don't control our emotions. We haven't been taught to control our emotions. And if we are not good at doing that, that's when we start going around by default, attracting things based on what our so-called reality is showing us. If things are good, we're feeling great. If things are not so good, we don't feel so good, and we start attracting more and more situation for us to feel not so good. So to use the law of attraction, we have to start with this basic principle. Happy, I'm not talking about from the standpoint of, Pollyanna faking it. No. But I read a really, really good book called Stillness. And in it, he explains that living in the now is the key to being happy and free without judgment. What makes us unhappy is the judgment about the now. So for example, I put a post where I was stuck in the Vancouver airport. Having come from the incidences are happening at that point, it was snowing. Planes don't take off for safety. I just happened to be in that situation. Because my feelings and my wants for the future was to be home that night, I didn't feel good because it wasn't going my way. Taking the feelings aside, it was just another passenger in a place where there is snow and planes are not taking off. Right? Not easy to do when you're in the middle of it. Not easy to do. And yet, that is what we have to work on and practice, just like we worked on and practiced walking from point A to B. Walking from point A to B wasn't easy. We fell down many times, but we never said that walking from point A to B is impossible. We never said that walking from point A to B doesn't work because gravity is not working, right? The same thing is true with the law of attraction. You have to realize that the emotions that you're feeling are telling you what you're going to be attracting. So if things come up and your emotion is starting to go into a negative direction, you need to be able to stop it. Otherwise, the momentum will come and wipe you out. And then you go to sleep and you have a reset for the next day. But it's better to be able to stop that momentum at the top of the hill and change it by trying to reach for anything that feels good, because it is, again, coming back to that good feeling. And the good feeling at the time, remember, good feeling doesn't have to be all Pollyanna happy, right? Good feeling at a time may be a feeling of blame, right? Blaming somebody is a lot better than being angry. Good feeling at a time may be just hopefulness. Hoping that I'm going to get a standby flight is a lot better than being pissed off that that my flight got canceled, right? So you would reach for things and only you can tell if it's working for you, right? Nobody can feel for you. These names that we have, like boredom and hopefulness and anger and blame, these are just words that we try to, the best we can, describe how we're feeling. But the words don't really matter. The words help clarify, but they don't really matter. What matters is what's feeling inside. And is it better than alternative? And when you start reaching for feelings that feel better and better, very short time of concentrating on feelings that feel good, no matter what's going on in your so-called reality and around you, feeling for something that feels good, it's going to attract more opportunities. First in thought, and if you stick with it, those thoughts, then in reality, becomes your manifestations of better and bigger things. I hope this makes sense, and to your success, till next time. Thank you for listening, and if you would like to have this type of training for your organization, please email me at aj@aj.farzad.com. To your success.